Now, we're sadly used to reporting on this channel the stories of Syrian refugees forced from their homes by the ongoing violence there. But in the last few days, there's been a dramatic surge in numbers, even by the standards of this conflict. Since Thursday, over 20,000 people have crossed into Iraqi Kurdistan. So what's triggered this desperate flood of people? Well, with me now is Guney Yildiz, that's the BBC's Kurdish affairs analyst. Thanks for joining me. Why have we seen this huge surge of refugees crossing the border?
Well, the Kurdish regions of Syria, which is in the north and northeast of the country where this refugee influx is taking place, had been relatively quiet for much of the country's two-year civil war. That's why this region has been hosting refugees from Aleppo, Raqqa and Hasaka from different parts of Syria. But there has been a rise between conflicts between Kurds and jihadists recently, with jihadist fighters trying to extend their control beyond Kurdish regions. And in these clashes, hundreds of Kurdish civilians were killed, which prompted people to flee from their villages and towns into the border area. Why it is so sudden? Because the border gate between Kurdish regions of Syria and Iraqi Kurdistan was effectively shut with very limited access since May. And there has been news last week which the KRG officials went on and said that the border is open, which triggered people streaming into the border gates.
I understand. As you mentioned, it's been a peaceful area. Iraqi Kurdistan has been a stable part of the country for a long time now, even during the Iraqi war. So potentially, could this huge surge, this huge influx of refugees destabilise the region?
Yeah, the Iraqi Kurdistan has already been under pressure by a high number of refugees from Syria. Over 100,000 refugees are in 4 different cities in Iraqi Kurdistan. But these numbers are extremely high in a relatively very short time, and it could further destabilize the region. And the Iraqi Kurdish officials had announced their concerns, saying that they are afraid of a spillover from Syria into northern Iraq, but this can also destabilize the Kurdish region with some areas effectively depopulated, and the most powerful Kurdish party was calling on people to stay in their homes and to defend it against government forces and also jihadist fighters.
Guney Yildiz, the BBC's Kurdish affairs analyst, many thanks for talking me through that issue.